You guys ready to do some exploring? Let's go. It's a windy day, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay, but today we are at the beautiful Honeymoon Island out in Dunedin, Florida. We're gonna be checking it out, just kind of hiking around a bit, checking out any local wildlife like that pelican way out there in the distance. Maybe grab a geocache or two if there are any out here. You just enjoy nature in general. I always like to explore the splendors of the natural world around us. And we'll go ahead and see what Honeymoon Island has in store for us. Let's go. Gonna head up inside the nature center first. Sometimes they have different sorts of like animal displays or anything interesting that might point out what we might see on the island itself. Let's go take a look. No, not the skeeter meter. Osprey. It's like we're having a wedding today at Honeymoon. How apropos. Lubbers and Jacob's wedding. So congratulations to the happy couple. We'll try to stay clear of that though, to give them their space and let them celebrate. But we are here at my first stop here at the North Beach, aka Oasis Beach. I think there's two different beaches. I'm gonna take a look and see, just kind of hang out on the beach for a little bit and then head towards one of the main nature trails. How can raccoons ruin your visit? Answer, they can't, because they're delightful. No, in all seriousness though, they can of course be very persistent. So just take caution if you see a wild one and don't try to pet it. After all, they are garbage junkies. See if I see any today, that'd be cool. Hi guys, how's it going? I found the remnants of horseshoe crab. Just the remnants of them though. That's interesting. Beautiful shot of the thing. On the beautiful beach. Look at these guys. Horseshoe crabs. I'm almost certain those are just the shells, so I'm not going to poke them to bother them to find out, but it's interesting looking. Gorgeous day. High wind advisory though, so anybody out there is going to have to be careful of any sort of rip currents or anything. So hopefully they're careful out there. Now we're approaching the pet beach. Lots of lovely doggos out here enjoying the sun and the surf with their wonderful owners. So I think today we're going to stick to the trails just in case. Look at all this brush out here. Prime habitat for a rattler. So if you're out and about in a state park or any sort of wilderness, if there's a trail that you could walk on, make sure to stay on it. Go off the beaten path. Of course, I said, as the hypocrite who will go off the beaten path to look for a geocache, but if they put warnings up, it's usually for a good cause, so just take heed and be careful. Hi, buddy. How are you? Digging a hole? Don't get too close to you, I promise. You do your thing. I got the zoom all the way on so I can keep a good distance. Oh, where are you going? You heading off? Bye. Alright, here's going to be our main hike today, the Osprey Trail. 2-mile round trip. starting here, we're gonna go all the way to the north loop up near Pelican Cove. Let's see if we can see the eagle's nest, and there's supposed to be a cache out around here as well. And then all the way back down here to where we currently are. We're gonna head towards the Gulf and see what we can see out there too. All right, here is our trail header. We're gonna pass this threshold onwards to Osprey Trail. As you saw, we already got to see a lovely little armadillo. And of course, that was back on the side of the road over near the beach. So we'll see if we can see any other wildlife or what else we could find out here a little more isolated on the Osprey Trail. Let's go. I think so far I've seen maybe 2 or 3 other people on the trail. It's pretty isolated back here, but there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's nice to be out here in one with nature, to use a cliche. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me because of all the wind here. I'm only using my phone here. I don't have like a external camera with a little sound muffler or anything like that. So I apologize if it's hard to hear me. Beautiful trail out here though. Lots of gorgeous slash pine and palms. All sorts of beautiful natural landscaping. So we're gonna stick to the trail, get all the way to the north tip of this area out by Pelican Cove and the Gulf of Mexico. And that'll be our turnaround point. So once we get out there, we'll see what else we can see. All right, so I'm about the half-mile mark on the way up north, which is about a quarter of the way done for the entire trek. This is our first split in the trail here, heading to the left, heading a little bit further west, heads to the Pelican Trail, which does take us a little closer to the Gulf. And I would say it'd give us some more picturesque views, but I can see that there's a lot of brush that's gonna be obscuring us from being able to see the Gulf. So we're gonna stick to the Osprey Trail like I had planned and keep heading north. So in about a half-mile down this trail, I should be able to hit the apex point and then be able to turn around from there. Oh, pretty butterflies. So let's keep heading down Osprey Trail. Let's go. Where is he? There he goes. I'm snuffling around in there. There you are, I see your tail. How you doing there, pal? Where's he going? There he goes. There he is. It's nice, man. Where you going? Where you going? Yeah, there he is. You guys get to look at him. There he is. He's snuffling around in the grass there. There he goes. Here, go let the yellow. Well, it looks like we hit a bit of a snag. If I want to get to the north point of the island, I'm going to have to do a bit of backtracking. For a good cause, though. Conservation time. From October through May, and we are in February, of course. This area is closed off for bald eagle nesting. I should have done a little research beforehand, but at least we get to see the beauty way there. You can kind of see dead center, that crop of trees there. Just go a little bit down, you'll see his nest. And you can see the white tip of the eagle's head right there. Lovely. Of course, you can see a better view if you check my cheap pop for the channel. If you check the shorts that I posted recently, I had one flying over the lake in front of my place, doing a little bit of dog fighting with the ospreys in the area, so that's a better view of an eagle. But I do appreciate that this area is closed off for their conservation, even if that means I either turn back and head back to the car, or I double back and find another trail north. We'll see. Thinking about taking that side path back to the Pelican Trail and heading north because I really want to reach the north point. That's my goal today. So I'm just catching my breath here for a second on this lovely bench. You hear the voices in the background with the armadillo. That was a quartet of 4 older folks who were out doing some birding, which is always a nice activity to do out here. And who'd have thought a nature hike would help me practice my social anxiety? Because we spoke for a few minutes, and I let them know that the trail up ahead was blocked off, but there was a great opportunity to see a bald eagle, which they seemed to appreciate. And then we all checked out the armadillo for a couple minutes, so it's always nice to cross paths with other folks out here as well. I usually like to bring a book while I'm out here as well when I need to take a seat. And what better way to celebrate a nature hike than Cujo? I don't know. I was in the mood for some Stephen King, so there you go. I usually don't bring like headphones for music or a podcast or anything when I'm out here in the wilderness. Usually they will let you know if there's any dangerous animals out in this area you're supposed to be in, but Honeymoon Island doesn't really have any predators. The only thing you really have to watch out for are snakes. You don't have to worry about any panthers or bears or anything. But when you're out here in the wilderness, it's always a good idea just to keep your senses going, and of course, you know, don't want to block out the beautiful nature sounds and the bird calls and the wind whispering through the crests. So it'll just be me and the sounds and whispers of Mother Nature in a few minutes when I resume my hike. Osprey Trail is living up to its moniker. Here we go, beautiful birds. Here comes one. There he goes. They have a very distinctive call. And I don't see any right now, but they do have very distinctive nests as well. Not only out here in the wilderness, but they also like to build them on billboards and lampposts. So you'll even see them out in the parking lots of the supermarket and strip malls around here with their nests just hanging out above light posts and them just chattering amongst themselves. Beautiful birds though. The sandy surface there is making it a bit tough going. It's like trying to hike down the beach instead of a trail and woodlands, but this view that is approaching is making the effort worthwhile. It's beautiful. Let's go a little bit further ahead and see. A couple of ospreys here to congratulate me on a successful trek to the northern point of Honeymoon Island. And we've got the fourth armadillo of the day over there in that field. See him snuffling around. I say fourth. Number 3 was a little earlier, but I didn't take out my phone to film him because he was just doing his thing. Where'd he go? There he is. You can kind of see him a bit there. I'm going to stay back over here. I might be able to make it over there onto that white sand and kind of get a better view of him. Let's go check. Doing armadillo things. How you doing, buddy? I keep the zoom on so I can keep a good distance from you, but not right now. Don't be scared. I'm gonna back away a bit. There he is. Hi. Don't be scared. It's okay. Hi, buddy. Hello. Through this little area here, but the geocache I'm looking for out here, the hint says it's nearby Peg and Bill, and we have a bench here in memory of Peg and Bill Schwark, so it's got to be nearby. I'm wondering if that's in the distance. You see that little black thing right there? Let's get a closer look and see if that's the cache. Well, the cache wasn't that black thing, but I think I did find it. Let's see. It looks like something to me. Come on out of there. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Success. Let's crack it open. All right, what do we got in here? Oh, yeah, it's a little Happy Meal toy. I think it's a Koye from Black Panther. Very cool. Who's this guy? Oh, little dragon. He's cool, too. I like him. I'm not going to take them all, of course. That'd be a poor form. Believe in yourself and do your best. That's very nice, too. And here is the log. We'll be starting that in a minute and leaving it behind. Successful find, yeah. All right, well, we had a literal detour or two, but I believe that is a very successful hike today. Made it all the way to the north point of Honeymoon Island out in the Gulf of Mexico in Pelican Cove, and found the one geocache I was out here looking for. So our next step is to head back, and I think I'm gonna stick to the Osprey Trail to get out of the sand, a little firmer footing. Oh, I see something up ahead. Let's take a look too. Well, I think I might have come a little too close. Probably talking a bit too loud as well, but a minute ago I noticed that the ground seemed to be alive with movement. If you look here, you can see these little divots in the ground. We're not at the beach directly, but we're close by, and these are fiddler crab burrows. So once I walk away, they're probably going to come out and scurry around this little area. And if you look carefully from afar, you'll see them moving around. It looks like the dirt's has a mind of its own because they're small and they scurry around all over the place. But you see, this is the area that's also closed off for the eagle nesting. So this is going to be our trail right here. We're going to head back further south down the sideway Pelican Trail, head back to Osprey Trail, and then back to the car. I think I might have caught a mosquito mid-feed. I'm not sure, but the results of whatever happened aren't very pretty, but I'll spare you, of course, the gory details. But take some advice that I should adhere to in the future as well. If you're going out in the wilderness like this, it's usually a good idea to possibly bring a like any sort of first aid with you as well, which I foolishly did not. So I got about a mile, about from this place, about a 3/4 mile trek back to the parking lot, and hopefully I can find the visitor center that might have some antiseptic or something. But we persist. And we're back. So let's tally up the highlights from our 2.5 mile trek to the northern tip of Osprey Trail on Honeymoon Island. 5 mosquito bites, 4 armadillos, 3 osprey nests, a really cool geocache, and a slightly bloody minor flesh wound. Thank you. And thanks for coming along with me.